Good day guys, today we're going to take you through TRX Suspension Training, which is one of the latest exercises out there, very big overseas, and we even get the guys in the Army, Navy doing it because of lack of equipment out in the field. It's also quite common in parks as well, and if you've got a simple doorpost or a structure, you can use a TRX to do these exercises. So we're going to run you through different muscle groups and different exercises, starting off with chest first. Okay, so this is your TRX cables itself. It's basically a cable which is held up. You can tie it up to any surface or any strong lever down there, and these are the handles itself. It does work on angles, so what's very important about these cables is the angles which you're going to see down here. And as you see, by changing the angles, you're going to affect the resistance when you are using it. So working on the chest, you're just going to start off grabbing the bars or the handles from the side. You're just going to get it over your arms. An important thing to do is to keep your body completely straight. The weight is on your hips here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my body completely straight, bend my elbows, drop my hips forward, and I'm just starting off with a push-up there, working the chest. If that's too hard for me, I come up a bit and it becomes a bit easier, and I'm able to target my chest. Thereafter, I'm going to go into a fly motion. This is the second chest exercise. Now, I'm going to point the cables inwards, hands inwards, bend my elbows outwards, falling forward, and doing a fly, as I said. And that's the second movement working. I'm going to move into the third chest movement, where you're in a push-up position there, and we call this here a Superman. And I'm just pull one arm in, bending the elbow, dropping I'll turn it up. Okay, and that's your 3 chest exercises using the TRX cables. Okay, so we're moving on to the back exercise, and all you have to do is turn around. This is a pulling action. So we're grabbing onto the cables once again, right? And just starting off in this position, which is just a simple double arm row, pulling in, pushing the hip forward, relaxing my shoulders, and squeezing my back. Now in this position here, I'm going to be working the lats. And what I'm going to do is just to change the variation and turn my hands around, getting my elbows high up, and now I'll work more the mid-back, which is the rhomboid. There. Third back exercise is pulling straight up, down there, and this is third back, pushing the hips forward, down there. And if I want to do a combination of back exercises, I can do the whole 3, in, out, and up, and those are my 3 different back exercises which I can do. Okay, so we're going to move into arms. We're going to do biceps and triceps, and you're very limited here. You'll probably only be able to get 1 exercise. So keeping the elbows high up, I'm just going to bend and straighten my hand there to work and flex my biceps down there. If I turn around the opposite direction, just getting my position right and pushing forward, and that works my triceps. I'm going to give you one more movement just to work the shoulders, and this works your rear deltoid. Keeping my hands together and just pulling outwards there. And that's your third action. You can work your biceps, your triceps, and your shoulders. Now we're going to move into our leg routine, and we're just going to start off with some squats, just some different variations. So using the suspension cables again, you're just using it as a support, and this also helps you to get your squatting technique right, which is sitting back. I'm just going to start off with straight squat sitting back, and you're not pulling onto the cable, and just using the TRX cables now, and we're going to go into a hopping squat, which is slightly more different. And then using it as well, now we go into a lunge, which is a backward lunge there. You can pull onto it, and it also you get a stretch on your back. And using the cables, just for some suspension, we're going into some hopping lunges. The next is we call it a curtsy lunge, which is moving across, there, there. And if you wanted to use the cables to hop down there. Okay, we're going to use the cables to do a hamstring exercise. So we just get your feet into the cables, down there, right, come into, pick my bum up, and I pull the cables in and out, keeping my hip up, and that targets the hamstrings. And there we've got our quads and our hamstring exercises for legs. Okay, so we're going to get into our ab routine now. Using the cable, we're just going to get our feet into the abs, and in a push-up position, I'm just going to get both my feet straight together, and the first one is just pulling the knees in, which are called leg ins, which works the lower abs. Thereafter, we're going to go into a sprinter down there, and then into a fishtail down there. And if we want to combine, we can do a leg in with a push-up. We can do that. So a nice routine will be leg ins, sprinters, and fishtails, and that really hits quite deep into the abs. Much more effective than just crunches or normal abs lying on the floor. Okay, and what we've seen today is using the TRX cables or suspension cable to do different exercises to target different muscle groups. Great handy tool to have, not expensive at all, and you can use it in the home or even outdoors or even going on holiday, and you can have quite a good workout using it and strengthening those muscles and getting in shape for summer.